What the hell is going on with my people? Welcome to the Melanated Convo. We about to get into it, right? So this isn't going to be a long video, but something I have to address. A news story that I seen just brought about a whole bunch of thoughts about, you know what I mean? Some of the foul shit some of our brothers be doing sometimes. So check it out. I've come on this platform several times and spoke about how I don't have a problem with interracial dating, right? Like if a black man wants to date a white woman, Mexican, Asian, whatever your speed, whatever your choice, I actually don't have a problem with it. The only problem, and this is more of my brothers opposed to the woman he's picking. My only problem with any black man, just to keep it 1,000, I know how hard it is out here. I know all the shit we go through. I know how hard life can be, all that. But my only problem with my brothers would be if you're not appreciating and representing your blackness in your relationship, if you're not letting it be known to your partner that you're proud to be black, proud to be melanated, know your history even, right? Can go down, can can give them information about excuse me, can give them information about your history, like you being proud of the fact that you black, that you African. Excuse me, family. That should be all of us. But here's when the problem comes into play, because I seen this news story and I couldn't believe it. It makes sense, but I couldn't believe it, right? So in Virginia, there's a white woman who has a biracial child. So follow me here, family. A white woman named Melissa Riley has a biracial child. So she has a son with a black man, right? She's currently suing her son's school. Her son's an eighth grader. She's suing the junior high school because they are now teaching in school critical race theory, right? For everybody who isn't aware, critical race theory is basically teaching children, just to simplify it for you, family, it's basically teaching children that racism isn't an individual act for the most part, that racism is an institutionalized system that affects all minorities, even when it isn't blatant and thrown in your face, which is the honest to God truth. Like if anybody reads books, you'll see that an individual white person, the power they hold at times can be minimum, depending on if like it's some police shit involved. But for the most part, that could be minimum. But if you include a company, if you include a corporation, if you include an institution they're a part of, now it becomes bigger, right? So she's suing the school because she basically is saying that her son learning critical race theory is ruining him. She's saying that they didn't have any issues in their house until he learned the details behind critical race theory. Meaning, because this is what she's saying, family, they didn't talk about race in their house. She didn't, or his father didn't discuss with him history about being black in America. She didn't go over this information with him. The father didn't go over this information with him, right? So the kid, he's 13, eighth grade. What happens is he learns about the history of this company. I'm sorry, the history of this country, and he got a little rebellious. So he didn't want to, you know what I mean? He started hanging with all black friends. He started looking at things from a racial lens. And this white woman is basically saying, I don't want him to do this. I don't want him to do that at all. You know what I mean? So let me read something to y'all real quickly here, because this is, I'm gonna play a quick video too, but this is interesting, family. And I don't blame this on this white woman. I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Let me see here. So yeah, it's Henley Middle School in Crozet, Virginia. She basically said that the father's black. She mentioned when they asked where their father was, she kind of talked over that, like he's not there for whatever reason, right? And she's basically saying that her son learning about being black is ruining their relationship. Him learning that he's black now, she said, he thinks he's only black, right? These are all buzzwords because she actually went to Fox News. And whenever I see somebody on Fox News, I look at him a little side eye, you know what I mean? But this is like a minute clip of her interview on Fox News. I couldn't believe this shit when I actually seen it, family. Hold on one second. Let me add this on here for you. Hold on one moment. Y'all listen to this. And keep it in mind, she's on Fox News. These racist ass institutions, hence the critical race theory, these are institutions. Fox News could have got her up here strictly for the fact that they don't really rock with the critical race theory idea, which is I'm flabbergasted when I think about that, y'all. The fact that you don't want to teach kids the truth shows you hiding something. Shows you know something. You know what I mean? So here, watch this real quickly, then I'll get back to my dialogue about it. Hold on one second. Okay, let's go.
Is the father's black, you're white, and
hold on.
All right, so Melissa, your son is the father's black, you're white, and he'd never mentioned issues with race before. You're saying, what exactly changed?
Right, we didn't have issues before. He's in 8th grade. They introduced this critical program, and now he's having racial issues. That was not there before.
What kind of racial issues is he having?
Well, he's seeing himself just as a black man. He's seen things.
Wait a minute, 1 second. So, God, I hate these political pundits, man. They try to play it cool, but they be so full of shit. You know what I mean? So, family, because I'm gonna get to the real reason why I think this is the actual problem, like the reason that I actually have a problem with interracial dating. But the thing is, family, we all know about the 1-drop rule, don't we? Don't we all know about that? What did we consider Barack Obama? Let's talk about it. Who called Barack Obama biracial? Who called him half white? Who called him half black? Did you ever hear somebody say the half black president? Ever? You know why? Because in this country, if you got 1 drop a nigga in you, we gonna treat you like a full nigga. Period. And most of us know that. So the fact, see, what happens is, and I'm gonna get right to it, fuck it. What happens is, I blame this on the black father. Now, she mentioned the father isn't there for whatever reason. I don't know if the brother is dead. I don't know what their situation is, but I blame this on a black man. This is one of the reasons why when I see interracial couples like this, or when I see interracial situations like this, I say the brother didn't handle his business right. He didn't prepare her to a degree. Meaning, and hear me clearly, family, I don't give a fuck who get mad about this. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, because this is real talk right here. I want y'all to hear what she said, but this is real talk right here. Black men, again, Asian woman, Mexican woman, green bitch, pick your speed. I don't care. If you are dating / have a baby with a woman outside of our race who don't like black people, I repeat, if you procreate or are in an intimate relationship with a woman who don't like black people, nigga, you a disgrace to our race. Simple as that. Did I make it clear for you? Simple as that. Date who you want to date, but it's imperative. This is why I'm big on history. This is why I do what I do. It's imperative that you express to your partner, the people around you, how you feel about the skin that you're in. That's important, because this could happen where a black man meets a woman of a different race and he never talks about racialized issues out of fear, out of a lack of knowledge, out of not giving a fuck, out of being a coon, whatever the case may be. But this is a recipe for disaster, and it actually makes it worse. This actually makes it worse, because this woman is basically saying, my son learned, she said he learned that he was black, and he started hanging with just black friends. He started calling out racism when he seen it. Tell me the problem with this. I know the problem. See, she wanted that mandingo, but she didn't want everything that come with it. You see what I'm saying? And again, I don't blame her. I blame this black man. And again, I don't know where he at. She mentioned that he's not in the picture. I don't know where he is. But the point is, this is a problem that we have in our community. Again, interracial dating, who gives a fuck about who you love? But if you dating somebody to run away from your blackness, If you dating somebody because you don't want to have dark-skinned kids with nappy hair, nigga, kill yourself. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like all the shit that's been going on lately, these mass shootings, RICO cases on black men in hip hop, we continue to see a lot of instances that leads back to race. So you can love who you want to love, but if you're not proud of being black openly, you can cause all of us some problems, family. You see what I'm saying? Because this young dude, I'm sure, because I got a 14-year-old son, I can only imagine him just now learning about the country that he lives in. Because really, that's what you're doing. If white people, listen to me clearly, if you listen to my shit, if you don't want us to talk about racism, if you don't want us to think about the past and how we've gotten to where we are now, think to yourself, what are you doing to eradicate the system of racism that we live in currently? Because it's still going on. For a black child to learn about the system that he lives in. See, people get this shit fucked up thinking that it's going to be a hate conversation. These people done this to you. Now you should feel this way about them. I've never heard that in any conversation from anybody in my family at all. That's never the goal. Believe me, from a person who thoroughly enjoys Black history, what it does, the primary thing that it does is it creates empowerment. It makes you feel good about yourself. It gives you an understanding of the world around you. If you Black and have no knowledge of slavery, racism, Jim Crow, disenfranchisement, you're going to get the shock of your motherfucking life. See? Because she's saying, and the clip from that lady is only like a minute. I'm going to play a little bit of it to finish it off, but whatever. She's basically saying he's walking around the house now just thinking he's Black. You fucking, the Black man who had a baby with this woman, it's his fault. We just seen what happened last weekend in Buffalo, right? This is what this white lady needs to understand. And it's showing how out of touch she is, because to me, if you a white woman with a Black child and you righteous and you're a fair-minded person, you tuning in to everything that has to do with us so you can make sure your child is equipped with the right information. Because if her son, her light-skinned son, was inside of that grocery store in Buffalo, what would have happened to him? See? So we got to get off of the bullshit. And something she said that let me know she could be like a closeted racist or one of the type of white people who meet somebody Black and say, you cool, but I don't like them niggas. And again, I blame the Black man. I blame the Black man for not speaking up for his people, regardless of his stake in life. I don't care what kind of job you got, how much money you got. None of that shit matters. We should all make it clear, hey, I love being Black. I know some shit about history. This is what goes on with us. I'm outraged about it. I want to include myself in certain organizations. That's all good. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, this Black man didn't do this. So this young man, because here, let me let y'all listen to a little bit more of this shit, because they making jokes and shit, and I don't trust people in political spheres like this. You know what I mean? Especially Fox News. They the goddamn devil.
Don't go his way as racism. And he's finding safety in numbers now.
Wait. Hey, so that's when you find out all the shit that's been going on in this country. Of course, you're going to find safety in numbers. Don't we? If you go to a high school or most schools in America, right? If not in totality, but in general, my son's school is like this. You tend to gravitate to people you can relate to, right? Because this can be a problem. Don't we all know? Let's keep it real one time. Don't we all know biracial men and women who have had to go through a confusing ass period in their life? Haven't you heard that? I didn't know what I was. I didn't know if I want to be Black. I didn't know if I want to be white. If I was around Black people, I act too white. If I was around white people, I act too Black. This type of scenario is the fault of the parents. The fault of the parents. Parents out there, black, white, Asian, whatever your goddamn race. Your children, and a lot of cultures do this, your children should be aware of their cultural lineage, right? This white lady, let's say his father's black. He need to know black history, be comfortable with it, be assured by it. If she come from fucking Ireland, Germany, wherever she come from, he should know about that too. He should know about that too, because this white lady gonna say, my son, and this is the kicker. This is what let me know she wanted some black dick, but she ain't want them black problems. Straight up. She said, my son is beautiful. He look Hawaiian. Huh? When you see a light-skinned black man, do you think Hawaiian? No. What she's saying is, I'm going anywhere but nigga. I'm gonna call him anything but a black man. You know what I mean? So here, listen to a little bit more of this. It's only a minute long. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah, I want to put it right there. Okay, listen to a little bit more of this, family. This is telling. Black men, you're gonna get a white wife, a Mexican wife. Stand firm in your blackness. If she a righteous person, it won't matter. She'll begin to respect it, ask questions about it, even appreciate it. How about that? Listen to a little bit more of this.
So when you're saying he gets a bad grade at school, he blames racism, or a girl rejects.
Wait. See, I'm sorry to keep stopping it, family, but that's a crock of shit. So this is why, personally, me, Harrison, I don't really watch the news. Like I look for my news in different places, and I like to read it in my own voice so I can interpret things the correct way. They're actually sitting in a $1 million studio making a mockery of black people. Where the fuck do they do that at? See this Fox News shit? That's why, look, I know a lot of people around me who got parents and people in their family who just stay in front of the TV watching Fox, watching CNN. Don't be a sheep, family. Knowledge don't come that easy. You got to go searching for the real shit. So they sitting, so he's saying he has to do chores, blaming on racism. Doesn't get a job, blaming. You're being facetious, asshole. We know goddamn well that's not how racism works. But let me finish watching a little bit more of the shit.
Sexism on a date, racism. Are those the kind of things you're seeing?
Yes, I asked him to clean the house. Racism.
What? Huh? The fuck are you talking about? You telling jokes? And another thing, she said her son is rebelling, hanging with all black kids, seeing shit differently. This is their fault. This is the father's fault. He could actually, after learning about the history of this country, he could look at his mama a little sideways. Like, wait a minute. You're the adult in this equation. You didn't know this shit? Okay, boom. You knew it. Why didn't you tell me? Because she basically said the boy didn't know he was black until he was 13. What kind of travesty is this? This is this is child abuse to a degree. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're kidding, right? Or are you serious?
No, I'm serious. They have totally changed his perspective. They have put him in a box.
Okay, so that's enough of that. But this is a problem, and I say it to anybody. This is an actual problem I have with interracial dating, family. Love who you want to love. But one of the biggest problems we got in our community, I talk about it in several videos. I'm going to talk about it ad nauseum. Niggas don't love themselves. We got millions of black people in this country who wish I could be anything else. I'm Caribbean. I'm this, I'm that. You want to opt out of blackness when it's convenient. That's not how it works, family. And when you operate like that, you end up meeting women like this, who's actually going to sue a school for teaching her black son about black history. What the fuck is this world coming to? And like I said, critical race theory, because if you go online, CNN, NBC, all these places, they make all these excuses why it shouldn't happen. It's very simple. Like I said, family, it's teaching children that racism isn't an individual sport. It's based on institutions. So things can happen where you can't even tell that there was racism in play because it's an institution that's on autopilot now. Do y'all know why white people don't want kids to know about critical race theory? Do you know why they don't want kids to know racism is a system? Because then you gotta fix the system. Think about it. They would prefer the lone wolf method. Guy shoots up a school, guy does something bizarre. See, that's that guy. He's one guy. He's racist. No, that's not how it works. Racism is a group phenomenon, family. And critical race theory has been around for a while, but of course, to keep it real, white folks don't want because I seen another show where a white guy was like, if you teach my son critical race theory, he's gonna feel bad about being white. So so who gives a shit? But he has the benefits. He can feel bad, but then get up tomorrow and go to the bank and get a loan. So who's the wiser? What is he actually feeling bad about? You see what I'm saying? But black men, it's your responsibility. I'm putting this on you. Black women, you want to get a white man, Mexican man? Cool. We understand who somebody loves is who they love. But the time I'm on, like my main priority in life, besides providing for my family and making sure their future is straight, that's the first goal. Beyond that is liberating my people. Fully liberating my people. I don't believe all black people have to be on some revolutionary, I'm gonna talk to you about history every time I open my mouth type of shit. You don't have to be on that, but be confident, be assured in yourself, in what we've been through and what we've come from. Be assured in all this. And when you're assured in it, there's no way that a black man can be in a relationship with a woman that's not black and see the news and see a police shooting, see an incident involving racism and not talk about it. This is why our households are so important, because you hear what this white woman said. We never talked about, no, she put it on him. She said, he never talked about race. He's a fucking kid. It's up to the adult, black family, black parents too, because some of y'all be on some bullshit. It's up to the adult to teach your children about the system. You ain't got to call it racism. You don't have to call it racism if you don't want to. Teach them about the system that they live in as it relates to their black body, and they'll get it. Right? Tell them any story about a person in history, any time in history. You don't even got to say the words racism. Just talk to them about what happened specifically. They'll get an idea. Now, what happens sometimes, if you teach a person about racism and what has happened, it can enrage them, right? Make them kind of upset for the time being. But when is the last time you seen a mass shooting where a black man went and shot up hella white people? Ain't that the weirdest thing, right? We get enslaved. We get water hoses sicked on us, dogs sicked on us, not voting, raped, ostracized. Shall I go on? And when have you seen just hella black massacres where a black man gets fed up and go kill hella white people? That's not our temperament as African people, but white people. Let me tell y'all the secret. Let me tell y'all the secret to them not letting go of racism. The secret to them not fully accepting that we moving forward, like fully allowing us to just, you know what, black folks, go over there, do what you want to do. Because they, I don't give a fuck. They got that Neanderthal shit in their goddamn bloodline, right? So they feel, because their shit's all about survival. Think about it, just real quick. We come from warm environments with fruit everywhere, diamonds on the ground, everything in abundance. Animals, we telling them what to do. Hella sun, basking in it. You know what I mean? Real cool shit. Well, if you came from an environment that was cold 11 months a year, no food's growing, no warmth, you're going to turn savage, family. Survival and being cunning is going to be your way of living. How can I get over? How can I take? How can I kill? How can I? You're living in the cold, God damn it. You see what I'm saying? So they think if we give these niggas power, if we just relinquish them, just let them take over, because y'all know how we do. Let us inside of the system, we take it over sooner or later, right? They think, wait, if we just let them go and they take over, sooner or later, they're going to do to us what we did to them. It's their biggest fear, family. If we just let them be free, give them all the money, give them reparations. I know that's why some white folks probably like, no, don't give them money. If we gave all these niggas $7 million, they're going to be at our doorstep with whips. And they lucky. If I don't look at it. Yeah, hey, Donnie, that's a large part of Black population. Donnie just said, we put it on the screen. Donnie just said that a lot of Black people, or a lot of people in general, try to ignore racism. Like, I don't see it. You will hear Black people say this. I don't see no racism. Well, a lot of times you're not seeing it because you're scared. You're avoiding it. You're making sure you don't see it. You want to live a comfortable existence as much as possible, right? While your people dying. See the dichotomy, right? You want to be comfortable, nice house, nice family, away from all the shit. But at any moment, here's the fucked up part. At any moment, like my brother Tariq say, you can become a hashtag too. At any moment, nice car, nice house, nice suit. At any moment, the system can attack you too. So you teach children about the system we live in as a preparation mechanism. Teach them to prepare. And we're going to teach this is my opinion, all white people aren't racist. We're never going to speak in absolutes about anything, but I'm going to believe what I see. I'm going to have my third eye open. I'm going to be watching. And just to go one step further, I think we should teach Black kids to have a zero tolerance for racism. Zero. Have a white friend, Mexican friend. I don't care. But they get to hitting you with a Black joke. They get to hitting you with no. We stopping that right away. And most times, if it's a fair-minded Mexican, white person, Asian person, if they see you're prideful in who you are, they'll back up. They'll back up and won't be friends with you no more, or they'll respect you more. See, coons think, and I was talking to my homeboy about this earlier, coons think they're really getting into white society. All the coon members of our society, let me tell you something real quick. All the coon niggas out there. Do you know that when you leave your white friends, they talk about you? Do you know that they respect you less because you don't support your people? Did you fucking know that? See? So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. How about you just ride? How about you just, because I know some of you Negroes out there, I know you work in corporate America, whole bunch of white people in your office, you know what I mean? May have a white spouse, Mexican spouse. You don't want to rock the cradle. You don't want to have people looking at you all funny. Well, they're looking at you funny anyway, asshole. They're looking at you funny anyway. See? Represent your people at all costs. People, look, being a part of our revolution, being a part of us moving forward as a society, supporting that doesn't require you to be hella loud. That'll require you to be hella like a debater or hella antagonizing shit. That'll require that. Just have an understanding and know I have to participate in liberating my people in some way. Whatever, I said it on the last show, I'm gonna keep saying it. Whatever your skill set is, whatever your knowledge base is, use that to help us. But never talk down on us. Never allow a racist partner to get in your head for the sake of you wanting some pussy. That's just weak to me. You see what I'm saying? Because honestly, I think, let me see what she's saying here. Honestly, I think, let me see. Hey, no white. Hey, go to a trailer park in Kentucky where it's some city in Kentucky, Mississippi, one of those cities have the highest welfare rate in the country, all white folks. Go there and ask them, just like you said, Blue Girl, go there and ask them, hey, would you trade places with LeBron James tomorrow? He might spit in your fucking face. I know I'm in this. This is how they sleep at night. I know I'm in this trailer park. I know I make $20,000 a month. I know my kids are having kids with each other. It's a whole bunch of crazy shit going on here. We ain't got on shirts, no shoes, but at least I ain't a nigga. This is real, family. This is real. This is the actual world that we live in. So, Black family, embrace and understand the racial politics of this country. Ignoring them, denying them could be deadly. You could find yourself in a situation like this because this young man, I'm happy he learned critical race theory, because if not, he was going to be a coon, family. He was going to be Charles Barkley little brother like a motherfucker. He was on his way to being a coon. You see what I'm saying? Excuse me. So the point is, because again, this story pissed me off because this white woman is basically saying, for y'all that just joined me, there's a white woman in Virginia who is suing her son's school. She has an 8th grade son who's biracial. The dad's Black. She's suing the school because the school taught him critical race theory. After learning critical race theory, he began to talk about race. He began to see racism in things. He began to hang with just Black kids. He began to question shit. And the white woman said, we was doing just fine. Why y'all teach him this? And another thing, if y'all that didn't hear me, which lets me know, this is actually a white woman that has a biological Black child, but don't like Black people. She said, my son's beautiful. He looks Hawaiian. What? Huh? Yeah, I'm going to say anything except for Black. I'm going to say anything. Hold on. Something else I want to read to y'all that she said. Hold on one second. But this shit is crazy, man. This is why history is so... I always preach this shit ad nauseum. But family, I think all my Black family listening to me, I think that could be the key to your salvation. This is how I think. That can be one of the keys to your salvation. Loving your people, embracing who you are at the core. Not looking for no problems, but not backing down from shit. Because a lot of us, we want mixed kids. We want to live in the suburbs. Let's be honest. I said it the other day. We're scared, family. All you scared niggas, admit it. The first step to getting over your problem, to getting over your addiction, whatever you're going through, you got to admit there's a goddamn problem. You see what I'm saying? I showed a video the other day of Oprah Winfrey 20 years ago. She interviewed this lady who there was a rally or a march, a Confederate march, and Confederate or white men who appreciated the Confederate was marching against us. Basically, we all know the Confederate was people who didn't want to end slavery. They wanted to keep your ass as property. Simple and plain. These dudes start beating up one of the Confederate white men, and a Black lady dove on them. No, I can't let. That's one of God's kids. What? You see why the mass shootings? Let's keep it real. Fuck it. The mass shootings, how we get treated by white society, a large part of it, family, is they know we ain't gonna do shit. Why won't we do shit? Because we got hella coons like this lady, and Oprah asked her. Oprah wasn't even asking her. I mean, they were racist. You didn't think you was gonna jump on him and then they was gonna get your ass? She said, you know when angels is carrying you? You know when you got the angels carrying you and God is no. I don't do the docile Jesus. I don't rock with Christianity. No man-made religions. We can get into that another day. But if you are using Christianity to be a better person, to ride for your people, to be better connected to whoever you need to be. I get it, but some of you niggas use it as an excuse. Let's keep it real. Some of you niggas use it as an excuse because you don't want to bust a grape. You don't want to do shit. You don't want to do shit that's going to rock the boat. You want your white friends. Come on now. Tell me. Keep it real with me. You want to keep your white buddies. You don't want your white boss looking at you funny. Man, newsflash for you if you didn't know. They looking at you funny already. Embrace your blackness. I'm not saying going to work with a goddamn dashiki on, but shit. Act like you got one in your pocket. You know what I mean? Shit. This white lady's crazy, but I blame the black men. I say it again. Black men, if you want to date interracially, cool. Know who you are first. Know who you are first. If you know who you are and you represent your culture, a fair-minded white woman, Mexican woman, Asian woman, she gonna jump right behind you and ride with your ass. Or it's not gonna work out, which is cool. You see what I'm saying? Because too many of our men, too many of our households, too, let's go. Too many of our households don't talk about race. Do you know your home that encompasses your children, your spouse? This is like the training ground for everything informational. This is where you teach your children. This is where you use the news you're watching, information that you're gathering to create an ideology in your house. You see what I'm saying? My son, my 14-year-old son who lives with me, he has I didn't try to do this, but I would say for the most part, he has like a revolutionary attitude. Since he's been talking, everything I read, everything his mom reads, everything we learn, we spilling into him. Not, again, never on no hate shit, but this is information you need to know. If I'm watching a police genocide on TV in my house, I break down everything I see that's going on in anger, not in agreement, not in a docile mode, in anger. See, while explaining why these things are wrong. This is what our houses are made for. This is a white lady who not teaching her black kid about black history, but unfortunately, too many of you niggas do the same thing. And your skin blacker than mine, but you ain't never picked up a book. You ain't never let them know about the riots. You ain't never let them know that, look, family, this white woman said, I'm suing the school because the school make my son think he got a target on his back. What? I mean, kinda. Shit. But knowing that doesn't mean fear. It doesn't mean fear. It doesn't mean hate. It's a level of awareness. This doesn't mean every white person that you cross paths with is gonna be nefarious and try something. It doesn't mean that. But shouldn't you be aware of any of the possibilities, right? Because what happens to a lot of these niggas is they act like, just like Blue Girl said, they act like racism don't exist, right? They got their high paying job, all white neighborhood, make sure they wear suits, no lineup. You know, you didn't see them niggas before. Keep it real. Live in an all white neighborhood, all white homeboys, no lineup. Have you seen that before? Like a nigga who got hair up here, but he didn't line it up. I'm like, yeah. Can't trust that nigga. But he get himself in a situation where he feel I'm beyond racism. I'm one of them, is what he thinks. Until he get into an encounter with a cop, till he get into an encounter with some white institution. Now he's shocked. Now he's on the news crying. Now he's on the news asking for our help. Nigga, help yourself. Now you want to come back to this black shit. You see what I'm saying? You should have just stood over here, player. You should have just stood over here. If men, because men are designed, let me go a little deeper. Men are designed to lead the relationship. The direction it's going in should be, if not fully, a large part determined by the man's energy, right? If you're a black man who stands up for your people, the woman you with, the woman you're courting, will find this out very, very soon. You see? But what happens is niggas get in these relationships with women who aren't black, and because you with a black woman, for the most part, y'all gonna talk about black issues because there's no way around it. it's too much for you're too familiar with how these things transpire, right? But black men got a white woman, Asian woman. What's her incentive for talking about the shit you niggas go through? There's none. So you, black man, leader of the community, you gotta just express that you love your people. Talk about, learn things and talk. Not in no confrontational ass way, just information. You see what I'm saying? You can, because I tell people all the time, right? People ask me, like, what can I do to help out in the movement? Like, what can I do that can be of assistance to my race, right? And really, it's so many things, family. Being involved in organizations, supporting people you know who is, going to events involved that black people are putting on, supporting black businesses. And for my black men and women, another thing you can do that don't require any of that is to bring your kids up in a structured environment. Black men, you want to be a revolutionary without marching or doing none of that shit? Raise your kids the right way. Be around your son. Wait to have a baby with a woman that you actually love and want to live in the same house with. Talk about gangster. Talk about revolutionary. That shit right there is revolutionary. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Couple other points I wanted to make, because this is this is critical, and this is really almost like abuse to have a child in neglect and not inform him of his lineage, not inform him of the dangers that could take place in America if you melanated. This is a fact. And to not teach your kid this, it's damn near abuse. And again, I blame this black man. This white woman, she's like a sophisticated ass Karen to a degree. You know what I mean? Gonna say my son's beautiful. He looks Hawaiian. The fuck does that mean? That means I wanted that black dick, but I don't want no parts of y'all culture like that. I just wanted the mandingo. Do we understand that some white people will like you and not us? I'll say that again. You will meet somebody white, and let's say you got some white buddies at work. It's 4 white dudes, women, whatever, and just you. They tell you sometime, don't worry, Derek, you're not like them. What the fuck does that mean? They compartmentalize. This is something that they do that we don't have to do that. They compartmentalize racism. Like they'll hate niggas, love LeBron. Huh? Right? Y'all know this is true. You see what I'm saying? So teach your kids about history. Speak if you're in environments, because they say don't talk about religion and politics. You know why they say don't talk about that? Because if you want to know who somebody is, let them talk about their religion and their politics, and you will find out exactly who they is. But my question, why are you hiding? I can't know you a Republican, Democrat. What is that? What, you must got an ideology behind what you representing that you don't want me to know. Because me personally, I'm ready to talk about any of that shit everywhere. The bank, the grocery store, restaurant, all white venue. I don't give a fuck. I've been places. I think we was in Reno. I've been because I'm a mobile notary is my primary business. And I've been on a notary with Armenian men, like 6 and 7 of them, me by myself. Before I leave, he asked me what he was being honest, like he was being inquisitive. He asked me, what's up with this Black Lives Matter stuff? Like what's up with this y'all getting killed shit? Like he was doubting how effective white supremacy has been on us. Do y'all know I put my bag down and gave all of them that work? I'm looking them all in the eye. I broke it down to them 20, 30, 45 minutes. Because he asked me the question and I said, because I'm working, this is my business, but I love my people and I never miss an opportunity to educate somebody. So I told him, you serious? He said, yeah. I said, all right, put my bag down. Let's get it popping. Let's start from I started from how police brutality started, how the slave catchers started. Like I gave them perspective on our struggle. And to me, if you're Black in America and you can't provide that to somebody, you're doing a disservice to your race and to that person. If this person is fair-minded and they are really seeking information, because we know white people in large numbers don't live around Negroes. Y'all know that, right? In large numbers, this is another reason why racism and things of this nature continues to thrive. Because in large numbers, we do not live around each other. So this means you got millions of white people in America who's never really had a conversation with somebody Black. See T.I. on TV, see all the goddamn, see LeBron on TV, see the rappers on TV, may see one driving by, but never had a conversation with somebody Black. I've talked to white people who said, I've never had a conversation with somebody. We live in America. We live in a white supremacist system where we've been forced to interact with white people. Forced. But I will say, what it teaches you is people are just people. You run into somebody that's racist, somebody who don't like you, fuck them, do whatever you got to do. But in general, you learn people are just people. We dealing with some white folks who have never been around a Black person, have never been comfortable enough to ask a Black person a particular question. So what if you're that person and you're a coon and they ask you, I'm going to address that in a minute, Blue Girl, because that's a good point. And they ask you something about Black people and you brush it off, or you laugh a little bit because you're uncomfortable, or they tell a Black joke and you don't correct them. You're doing a disservice to us, family. You're doing a disservice. And Blue Girl, you're right. The leadership in our community, the reason why I think, Blue Girl, we don't see a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X type of individual in 2022. After these brothers died in the 60s, the government, trying to think of the leader of the FBI, goddamn homosexual man. But anyways, they neutralized the Black man after that. After that, privatized prisons came on strong. Crack cocaine came on strong. Gangs begin to get destructive, right? After that, wasn't no more messiahs because niggas was high selling dope in jail. See? Wasn't no more messiahs. And when we look at, because Blue Girl, I don't think we need, yes, Hoover. I don't think we need a leader. I think a leader, like elevating one person, can only work if you elevate one, but teach many. So if something happens to that one, the ideology, the movement can still move forward. But in our culture, so far, I got to keep it real with my Black people, that leadership spot don't look appealing. Let me tell you why, Blue Girl. This is something I talked about like 2 months on one of my shows, but this is real shit. If you witnessed Martin Luther King die, if you witnessed Malcolm X die, they both died at the hands of racism. Fuck all the theories and no. That's white supremacy at work. Certain people looked at that and one said, now I'm scared. I'm not doing that shit because I don't want to die. And other people looked at that and said, wait a minute. If I stick my neck out for these niggas, and let's say I die, where's the retribution? Let's you want to go there? Let's go deep. When our revolutionaries was killed, what did we do as a community? What did we do? Military, like as far as military, as far as a retribution, is what did we do besides cry and march? So you got to look like, damn, if I'm y'all leader, we rocking out. You know what I mean? Somebody kill my ass. Y'all just gonna petition to get me a street? Just get Martin Luther King Boulevard and then put the dope on the street? How insulting. Martin Luther King should be rolling around in his damn grave. Like, wait a minute. You mean every Martin Luther King Boulevard in America is on some bullshit? That's like I'm sure the white folks who, I don't know this to be true, but it makes sense in my mind. I'm sure the white folks who made sure there was Martin Luther King Boulevard, I'm sure they was laughing so hard. I'm sure when they think about it now, they laugh because this is the worst street in the city, and we named it after somebody we killed. How fucking disrespectful. So no, Blue Girl, we don't need an individual leader. We need a code of conduct that everybody follows, or most of us follow. You see what I'm saying? Because I was thinking the other day, I was talking to my homeboy, and I'm sidetracking, but I gotta say this. Jesse Jackson was right next to Martin Luther King when he got shot, a Blue Girl. When I say next to him, I mean Martin Luther King Jr. is here, Jesse Jackson's right here. So let's look at the basics of the logic. This is my homeboy. We both fighting for liberation. Somebody kill him. It's time to ride, ain't it? Ain't it time to get meaner? Ain't it time to get more rebellious? Ain't it time to get more just no nonsense, unapologetic? And again, I'm not shitting on Jesse Jackson per se, but the revolutionary spirit that Martin had, Malcolm had, why y'all think Jesse ain't had that? Why y'all think Al Sharpton don't got that? You know why I think? Them niggas seen their friends die and said, okay, what y'all need me to do? Where I gotta go? What I gotta wear? Where the wire at? Y'all ain't killing me. So again, fear. But we don't need a leader. We need a system that leads. Ooh, I like that. We don't need a leader. We need a system that leads. And if we do elevate one person, we got to know if they come for them, it's going down. Like, if, for instance, look at the Muslims. Why do you think it ain't been hella attempts on the Elijah Muhammad or Louis Farrakhan? Why do you think there hasn't been hella attempts on these brothers' lives? White folks hate them. Savior's Day, he get up there and talk his shit. Why you think they ain't tried to kill him? You know why? You kill him, you got to kill 4,500 other people. See? So I never want to get on my platform and talk violence and egg my people on to do something stupid that we're not ready for. But sooner or later, we're going to have to realize if somebody slapped the shit out of you and all you do is march so they can stop, or all you do is cry, tell me why would they not slap the shit out of you again? Let's say it's a bully who don't like you, He slapped the shit out of you and you just cry. You just go march. Please stop smacking me. You're going to be like, yeah, I got me one. I'm going to smack your ass again. If you fucking with a bully, if you fucking with force, the energy somebody brings, you know how to neutralize that energy? Bring the same fucking energy. So our problem is we haven't got to a point yet, as far as unity is concerned, as far as a level of togetherness is concerned, to create an environment. Now, and I'll say this the best way I can without getting flagged. Create an environment where if you hurt one of us, who knows what's going to happen? This white kid in Buffalo, the white kid in Buffalo who shot those 10 people, rest in peace to everybody who got harmed in Buffalo, New York. I hate to see that happen to our family. That's our family, right? He did research on hate crimes and manifestos in this whole process, right? You know, one of the main things I'm sure he saw, wait a minute, if I do this right, I get to kill me some niggas, I become a martyr, and I just live the rest of my life in jail. No harm, no foul. The people I did it to, their community, they're going to march, they're going to cry, they're going to be mad at me, but the cops ain't going to hurt me. I can go to jail forever for living out what I feel is my goddamn destiny, right? This is one of the main reasons I think, because I did a video about this yesterday, I think, white supremacists, racist people in this country that don't like us, they not scared of us, family. That's a hard truth. They not scared of us because they know our routine by now. So I'm not recommending any type of violence or anything to anybody, But as a people, we got to start moving in a different direction, family. Like being proud of being Black, supporting Black businesses, creating an incubator of people in your community that look like you, that you do business with, family members, whoever. This should be the basis. This should be the basis of how we operate. See, we don't fucking like each other. Can we keep it real? Can we keep it real? A lot of us don't like each other. So when we talk about like going to war with different races of people. Whoa. That's why I'm sitting here, I'm talking to y'all, getting everybody ready. We ain't ready for that shit. We don't even fuck with each other like that. Keep it real. How many people you know don't really fuck with nobody in a family? This is a sign of something. Can't resolve issues. Hella unresolved trauma. Hella drug problems or dysfunction. No daddies around. This system has done a number on us to now we get a young thug who, unfortunately, this brother is getting hit with that RICO charge. And I did a video about that too. Anybody know about RICO? Somebody's going to fucking jail. But what's telling, because let's say, and I don't wish anything bad on young Black men. I don't, regardless of how they operate. That's just how I give it up. You know what I mean? But let's say you out there killing niggas, hurting people. As it's alleged. Young Thug was interviewed on a red carpet several years ago where they asked him about police brutality. And this nigga act like they cussed his mama out or something. He was appalled. I don't know nothing about that. Why are you talking to me about that? I don't care about killing nobody white. I kill niggas for a living. This is what he basically was saying. So you mean to tell me we got to deal with a white 18-year-old finding niggas in Buffalo and getting off on us? So I got to worry about this when I go to the grocery store. And I got to worry about going into a Black neighborhood and something happening to me too. Something got to give, family. Something got to give. We can't do both. Yeah, racism is a bitch. Yes, systematically, yes. The critical race theory idea is great. I love it. Introduce it. But keep this in mind. Since we've been here in America, you just think about your lifetime, fuck 1800s. Since you've been alive, what has this country done substantial, specifically for Black people to help them out their issues? Name the thing that's been done specifically for Black people. Not like some all-in shit where everybody get it. Not no shit that gay white men and white women and not nothing like that. Something specifically for Black people. We ain't got reparations yet. They making that sound like it's a task when they gave niggas PPP money in a couple months, didn't they? 10,000 there, 40,000 there. They gave away so much PPP money, it's billions of dollars that got stolen from their ass. Come on now. Motherfucker get on Social Security, they can come up with that cash. Right? The Ukrainians needed help. We offered billions so we can get our money. Family, if you don't realize there's a war on your Black ass, if you don't realize there's something with this America thing and Black people, something's going on here. I mean, these are the people who was probably here before everybody. They literally helped build damn near all the colleges, all the monuments. Yeah, Black slaves built hella colleges, hella monuments, the White House even. So we literally built this motherfucking country. Hella inventions, thousands of them stolen. Think about everything we've had to go through in this country, family. There's something going on with your Black skin, man. That don't mean you should turn it into some type of hate campaign. This is empowerment, family. Use these incidents you see on the news not to be outraged for 2 weeks, but to say, okay, I got to read to my son. Okay, I got to go see my mama, give her a book. Okay, I got to go get my kids and my cousins, and we going to go somewhere nice. I got to teach them about history. I got to make sure my family stay together. I got to practice my Second Amendment rights. I got to go to an event that's sponsored by Black people for Black people. If you in Sacramento this Sunday, the Malcolm X Fest will be here in Sacramento. I'm doing my first live show there, but there's things you can do to involve yourself in the community. If you mad about police brutality, if you mad about vigilante violence, racist, white supremacist violence, my question to everybody is always going to be, cool, I am too. The fuck you going to do about it? What you going to do? Starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. Because if you get outraged by these incidents and then in 2 weeks don't give a shit about them and go back to twerking and buying Jordans, don't bother. Don't bother. Don't bother. I'm sorry that you're Black in America. I'm sorry. If you were raised or you were born another race of person, your strife and your difficulties, because other races of people have difficulties based on where they came from. But this Black shit is specific. It's specific, and it's, in my opinion, there isn't anybody in America that's had to go through what we've been through. Because everybody immigrants. Don't get it fucked up. Nobody is from here per se. You know what I mean? Let me see. Yeah, today is Malcolm X's birthday. And that's this weekend. We have it at Malcolm X Fest, which is important to me. And what I was telling everybody, Donnie D, like we've become accustomed to acknowledging the Black men who've died for our liberation. T-shirts, birthdays, movies, we put them on a pedestal, rightfully so. But I think, Donnie, what we need to do, what everybody needs to do, celebrate Malcolm X's birthday. But the biggest thing you should take from Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, all men who died in their 30s, keep this in mind, you need to pay attention to the level of sacrifice they made for us. That's really what you're witnessing. So then my question to you is, it ain't got to be on no Malcolm X shit or no high-level revolutionary shit. What are you going to sacrifice? What kind of sacrifices are you going to make? Not just for your family. Of course, that's first. People in your house, your kids around you. I get that. But for all of us, you don't like police brutality, right? I see you online talking about posting articles saying this shit ain't right. Fuck all. I get it. Yeah, me too. But what you going to do? I'm not speaking violence. Quit emailing me. Supposed to be emailing me. I'm not speaking violence. I'm speaking just in general. Yeah. So, and let me tell you something, Blue Girl. In general, families can be dysfunctional. Like, don't get that fucked up. All races of people can have situations where that cousin's a trip. They ain't coming over. They ain't fucking with that. But everything about Black people, right? When another race of person like has a general issue that just happens by being alive as a human, right? In this country, a lot of times you have to double that shit by like 5 or 10 when you talk about Black folks. Like, literally, look, Blue Girl, think about it. This is simple. My last name is Anderson. I'm sure I haven't done a DNA test. I know I got family that's Creole. My mother's told me about family members who come from different parts of Africa or whatever. Anderson is, whose last name is that? So you mean I'm supposed to be sane and level-minded with a last name like Johnson or Anderson or Smith? So you give me the last name of the person who owned me and I'm supposed to just be well-rounded? That's a traumatic ass experience. Where to me, I use melanated because I like that more than African American, which is a social construct, as well as Black, which is a social construct. I'm not Black, ain't none of y'all Black. Social construct. But we got to realize how the people tell me slavery was a long time ago. Quit talking about that. Unfortunately, all that shit has followed us. The remnants of everything that we've been deprived has for a long time now seeped into our personal relationships with each other, seeped into our value system, seeped into our how we view finances, how we view survival. I know so many Black people who literally is just surviving. Literally just surviving. So when they die, because they were just surviving, it's car wash time. Yeah, time for a car wash. He had every pair of Jordans, but he didn't pay $14.99 to get $30,000 insurance. Why do you think that is? That's specific. That's a reason. I'm going to buy these Jordans to make myself feel good because where I live does not. People who look like me get criminalized. People who look like me live in ghettos. I gotta travel hella far to go to a nice ass restaurant. My streets is hella dirty. The cops harass me. The school ain't shit. I've been called nigga about 9 times. I'm gonna feel good some way. I gotta feel good too, right? Yeah, your father raised you to be conscious. Yeah, that's a father's job. You know what I mean? Because we got to realize, y'all, talking about racism is it's like a maze. It's understanding the maze so you can know how to maneuver, hoping that shit still don't happen. Because you can know all the tricks and how to maneuver, and you can still find yourself getting fucked over. That can happen. But if you have no knowledge of any of this, you're a sitting duck, literally. Especially like we were just talking about, some of these niggas who think it ain't that bad. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. I did it. I was first in my class, valedictorian. They get to running you off all these white man stats. Who told you that shit meant something? Huh? Let's just say, because motherfuckers be killing me. Oh, I ain't from Africa. I was here already. Whatever. Let's say you are from Africa. What about this westernized culture did they embrace there? What system here was embraced there? Christmas? Thanksgiving? Traditional marriage? Huh? So we ain't white, but goddamn, we sure is close. Shit, all this shit's theirs. This is why people tell me there's no such thing as white supremacy. Stop it. Get rid of your fucking ego. Yes, white supremacy means this. Someone who is considered white can do something to you in a system and they can get away with it with impunity. They can do something to you and they'll get the leg up. They can do something to you and you'll be criminalized. So in a social construct, I'm not saying white people aren't supreme over us. We African, we invented science, math, stop the bullshit. But socially they are. Argue with a white man and call the cops and tell me I'm lying. Argue with a white man, then call the cops. You call them. You call them. I'm black. I'm calling you. I'm scared. He's gonna hurt me. When they show up, they gonna show you the system that you live in, family. You feel me? So you gotta embrace that shit. You gotta embrace it. And all we can do as adults, hear me clearly, is infuse pride in this information in the next generation that's coming after us, because we see it's getting worse, right? We see it's getting worse. Oh, raised in the 60s. Yeah. We're black. Yeah. See, that was on the heels of us needing each other. Look, integration was a horrible fucking idea. Martin Luther King Jr., I used to have smoke for that brother, but I've read a lot about him. A lot of information. He was a rider. Like he took a different approach, but he was a rider. But that civil rights bill was bullshit. All that fighting and marching, and the white powers that be said, wait. Huh? All you want is to eat with us and to go to the same bathroom as us? Okay. You want civil rights. Just civil? You don't want like real rights. You just want us to be civil with you. Sure. We'll just fucking white flight and move out of the goddamn community you're in. Yeah, we ain't gonna live around your black ass, but yeah, sure. We can go to the same movies and stores sometimes. See? Because black folks think in general, people be arguing me down. I know it's better for us in certain areas than like the 60s or the 50s or the 40s. You know what I mean? Certain levels of technology, the availability of certain things. But family, I'm never going to back down from this. You're not free though. Like just to say you're free to do whatever you want, wherever you want. It's not that easy when at any moment there's a system that can criminalize you and then make some shit up. Look, the RICO law that they're using against Young Thug and all his friends, they're a gang organization. That fucking law was used for the mafia. These niggas ain't no organization. These is hella niggas who was raised together, who doing shit together. Stop it. But I get it. I mean, shit. Why chase two niggas when I can sit back and wait 9 years and get 45? I get it. I'll let y'all do crimes, post it, do all the shit. I'll gather it all up, make sure I get a couple snitches, and I got y'all. You see what I'm saying? But these laws are like racialized to a degree. You see what I'm saying? So, man, good conversations tonight, family. We need to stay on this shit. Be proud of your blackness, family. Everywhere you go. You see what I'm saying? Be proud, man. Represent us. Understand that it's like, to me, I'm like on a team. You feel me? See, this is why the gangs, I'm getting fed up with the gang culture and the gang life, because their ideology is kill somebody who look like me, right? And the gang members, young men who don't mind shooting a firearm like it ain't nothing. These is actually our warriors. These are what I consider the warrior class. We need these individuals so when something happen, somebody get to going in the grocery store and acting funny. You see? Because people, excuse me, again, not preaching violence or anything, but I was telling people, let me say this in code if I can. Excuse me, family. That young man who went in that grocery store, he killed old people. Everybody in there was innocent. He killed old people. He killed regular black folks who didn't deserve to die. In my opinion, the only way a person of that nature, because he streamed it live, he had a manifesto that was written out on some, it was too perfect. So, I don't know if somebody was in on it with him. Somebody knew he was going to do it. I don't know if it's a group of them. I don't know. Somebody knew he was going to do it. Like I was saying earlier, somebody smack you, you got to smack them back. If these individuals, George Zimmerman even, Daniel Pentalio, all these individuals who've, cops or no cops, who've killed our brothers, you got to fight fire with fire. If at any time one of these gentlemen had to bury somebody in their family because of something they did, now they're thinking differently. Now they're like, oh shit, now I have to change because they doing the same shit I did to them, to me. But if we're going to get killed in March or get Benjamin Crump's motherfucking ass out here to ask for $7 million, sure. The city got it, sure. Give them the money. Cops on paid leave. Gets fired. Moves to a different state. New department. Give me the incentive to stop fucking with us. What has this government created an incentive so criminals or people who harm black individuals, what's the incentive for them to stop? Obviously, they don't care about going to jail. Being martyred in prison is the goal. God damn it. They're trying to kill us and go to jail. You get it? But what if miraculously, I don't know, the house they was raised in got emptied out? Then it's like, wait one motherfucking minute. Call whoever. Stop. Let's stop. Let's leave these niggas alone. They shooting back. This is why the Buffalo type of gentlemen, like the young cowards who go into communities, they are smart though. Because if they was really gangster, they'd go to the hood. See, they know they're not going to the hood because they know, okay, that's the area of niggerdom that shoot back. That's why I said that's our warrior class. That's where you go, because a lot of these niggas in suits and ties who be on TV talking about, they ain't gonna bust a grape in a food fight. In the hood, he go there with an AR-15. Somebody gonna pull one out too. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna go down like that. I'm looking at the faces of the individuals he shot. What a motherfucking coward, right? So we're not dealing with supreme beings. They're actually not speaking in generalities, but that's some weak shit to approach it that way. So I get enraged when I see that. And I say, okay, I got to keep grinding. I got to keep doing what I'm doing. I got to keep practicing my Second Amendment rights. I got to make sure my son and my girl is on point. I got to make sure I'm talking to my black. I got to make sure I'm doing something. I got to make sure I'm doing something. Because if I don't do shit starting today, and in 6 months it happened again, it ain't none of my goddamn business. I should just change the channel and put the goddamn paper down. Don't even read the shit. I don't give a fuck. Say it out loud. I don't give a fuck. Because you don't. Because you didn't do shit. You didn't make sure you read to your kids. You didn't make sure you went to a black museum. You didn't make sure you went to a black event. You didn't make sure you found black people who sell clothes and goods and services and give them your business. You didn't make sure you was a black man who stood in your kid's life, who said, you know what? I'm seeing all these cops kill us. I'm seeing these vigilantes. I'm a 21-year-old black man. You know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I put my family in the best position to navigate this system. Boom. First step, I'm going to make sure my kid lives in my house. Sounds like a revolutionary ass out of the wall idea, huh? Sounds just crazy at times. But in reality, that's revolutionary. I'm going to be the man in this house, kid in this house, woman in this house. That's my basis I'm going to start with. Teaching my kids history, making sure they know shit. This is revolutionary, family. I'm tired of seeing young dudes with they tight ass pants down to their ankles being hella disrespectful to adults who raised these young niggas. Somebody did, right? Can we talk about the killings? Oh my God, these young men is killing each other. Oh my God, they're killing. Yeah, but do you think they was 7 saying when I get 19, I'm a have a Glock 9 in my pocket shooting at niggas over weed transactions? You think they was 8 saying when I grow up, I'm going to sell dope? For the most part, our children are innocent. Environments in the lack of structure, the lack of resources shapes their existence. You see? So when we see young black men hurting each other, I say, yes, young man, be accountable. But I would be remiss if I didn't say, wait a minute, who raised the young nigga? I bet if I take a camera and follow them home, there's some dysfunction. Now, do we have young men with 2-parent homes, resources, no problems in the house per se, and still go out and do stupid shit? Sure. But because people say that a lot, you can still have 2 parents and they're going to be, it's rare, family. Most of the men I know who've had to involve themselves in like severe amounts of street shit, it was out of survival. It was out of a lack of structure, no guidance. And some people in this country don't know how it feels to be broke, don't know how it feels to be starving. Listen to me. An individual who's starving, stomach touching, growling, dangerous person. This is a dangerous person because now I have to do whatever I have to do to eat. Food is a basic necessity. Food should be a basic necessity. If you ain't got food and you don't got money, oh shit, that's a recipe for disaster. So that's what a lot of our young men is going through. You know what I mean? So let me get out of here, man. I'm going to keep running my goddamn mouth. So Sunday, if you're in Sacramento, Sunday, Malcolm X Fest. This is the 2nd annual Malcolm X Fest. 1913 Del Paso Boulevard is where it's located here in Sacramento. My show will be live at 1 p.m. The fest will be from 12 to 6. Music, vendors, all different type of contests, a poet. My brother Barry Axius put it on. It's going to be jumping, man. So just like I was talking about, if you're free Sunday, I know how life be and shit be going on. If you in Sacramento and you free Sunday, pop your ass up here. Come for 30 minutes. Just come see your family. Just come pop up and, you know what I mean, feel the energy. You know what I mean? Also, everybody in Sacramento, for the 4th year in a row, I'm doing my annual Father's Day softball game, which will be June 18th. June 18th. Look on my Instagram, my Facebook. I'm going to continue to post flyers about it. But if you know any men This is the day before Father's Day. They want to have fun. Come to the park. We have food, music, raffles, and we play a competitive ass game of softball. Women, single mothers, if you have a son, a daughter, and you want them to play in the game, they're old enough, bring your kid, bring them to an environment of masculine, positive energy. This is what children need. You know what I mean? Like on some real shit, y'all. It sounds kind of corny, but be the goddamn change you want to see in the world. Like the news and bad news around the country or bad news with your people, it should fuck you up a little bit, but it shouldn't get you. Like you should have a mission already going to circumvent this system. You should be doing something that you feel, if I keep doing this, if I keep helping out, maybe I'll make a difference. Maybe I'll change the mind of this kid or change the mind of this person. So eventually we can get liberation. You know what I mean? So like this video, please share this video, subscribe to the Melanated Convo YouTube channel if you ain't done so. Most of these shows, if not all of them, are on all the digital platforms. Tomorrow, which is Friday, brand new interview on the Melanated Convo with my sister, Mylera Green, who's a mental health specialist. If you know somebody that's depressed, somebody who tried to kill themselves, somebody who's dealing with a mental health issue, she's actually personally been through all that shit, and she got like hella degrees. So now she helps people through these ailments. So we chopped up game about a lot of shit that can help people. That's tomorrow, Friday the 20th at 7 p.m. I love y'all, man. This is your brother Harrison, the Melanated Convo.